If we talk about next practices and the current status quo, if you stay in the status quo in this day and age, it's a very dangerous place to be. My view is when you look around the outside world and the innovation, the speed of innovation, and the startup companies that are coming up and popping up with very disruptive technology, if you're not aware of that, if you haven't connected into that, and you're just moving down the same path that you've been doing for the last year, you're going to hit a roadblock, and a very serious roadblock. So I think it's a real imperative for companies to take out their strategic plan, their vision, their mission, revisit it on a regular basis, bring the team together, make sure the team understands what's going on in the outside world, what are the impediments to moving forward at speed, and revisit that plan, rebuild it, and make sure everyone's clear on their part to play to drive it forward.
The world is changing very quickly today, and if companies are going to remain relevant, they have to constantly be looking ahead, not just at the best practices today, but challenging themselves to look at what are the best practices of the future. And that's what Executive Next Practices focuses on.
Next Practices is getting ahead of the curve, looking ahead of what's coming, anticipating it. And it's so important for an organization not to be stuck in the status quo, but to be anticipating the next step. Because of the speed of business today, if you go at the current pace, you're going to get run over.
The same way businesses look for innovative technologies to gain an edge in the business, we got to be looking into next business practices to gain an edge in our business. Imagine you're using the same computer technologies you were using 20 years ago. That doesn't help your business flourish. The same way, if you're using the same business practices you were doing 20 years ago, you're not taking advantage of all the advancements in business practices made in the last 20 years.